Today, we're going to look at two kinds of people who came to Jesus. And when they came to meet with Jesus, they got something along with them. They had something in their hands. The first kind of people, there were Scribes and Pharisees who brought along a handful of accusations, a handful of complaints, and even some stones probably, because they wanted to stone the person who was caught in the very act of adultery. And when they met with Jesus, they complained about this woman who was caught in the very act of adultery, saying, according to the law of Moses, this woman need to be stoned to death. And then we look at the second kind of person who came to Jesus. And when she came to Jesus, she got with her the alabaster jar full of costly perfume to pour it at the feet of Jesus. You know, in both these cases, we see something that is very common, which is they both got the opportunity, the privilege to meet with Jesus. Just like you and I, we also have this opportunity and privilege to meet with Jesus. And whenever we meet with Jesus, what is it that we carry in our hands? Like this woman who carried the alabaster jar, you know, when she met with Jesus, she didn't stand straight at him and talk to him face to face. She had something which is very precious and which is very costly and valuable in her hands. Yet she stooped low. She went down on her knees. She went down to the feet of Jesus. And she bowed down looking at the feet of Jesus, shedding her tears and wiping the feet of Jesus with her tears along with the hair. And she poured out the costly ointment from the alabaster jar, which is very precious, which is very expensive. And she poured it out all on his feet, not saying anything, not saying a word, because she knew the sins that she had committed were many. And she acknowledged her sins, and she also recognized that Jesus had forgiven of her sins. And she also recognized that she was not perfect. She was not righteous to have said anything other than just be grateful and thankful to Jesus for all that he has already done for us. Today, I want to ask each of you, as we are coming to the end of this year, as we are in this season of celebration, I want to ask you, what is it that you bring to Jesus when you come to Jesus? What is in your hands? Do you have a handful of stones to cast it at your brother or at your sister or at someone else who committed a different sin than yours? Or are you carrying the alabaster jar to pour it at the feet of Jesus and to just kiss his feet and to tell him how much you love him and how much you are grateful to him for all that he has already done for you, for the many sins of yours which he has forgiven, for the redemptive power which he has bestowed upon you? The Word of God says, when we humble ourselves before God, he delights in a lowly spirit. He delights in someone who is humble. And the Bible also says that God opposes the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. I hope and pray that the next time you meet with Jesus, you go to Jesus, that you are able to find him at the place of gratitude, at the place of humility, knowing that it is not us, but it is because of him you and I are perfect. You and I are any better It's because of His finished work on the cross of Calvary. I hope this blessed you. And I pray that you will find grace in the sight of God. God bless you.